welcome your host of Bombing Run, General A.A. Ron.
Thank you. I'm General A.A. Ron. It's time for everyone's favorite convening game show, Bombing Run. Woo! Yeah. Thank you. And the rules for Bombing Run are simple. Each comedian combatant does their 5-minute sets, while the mysterious comedian judge is looking for their setup punch and appearance in front of a live studio audience. Warning combatants. If you say the F or C word, Ray the F-bomb will come bomb your set, and you can't be Joker Ace. 2 new rules to Bombing Run. If you leave more than 25 seconds on the clock, you are considered a dud, and you can't be Joker Ace. Or if you go over your time, you're considered a time bomb, and you can't be Joker Ace. All right, so that's the rules of the game. So let's please welcome to my judge tonight, Judgment Day. Everybody, Judgment Day.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Should I be worried they look like a robot from the future? No, seriously, they are a comedian. They've been in the business long enough. They know what they're looking for, and you got to be good. Okay, this judge is looking for your setup punch and your appearance in front of a live studio audience, and they're the strictest judge I've ever seen. They don't point that thing at me. No, stop that. All right. With that being said, let's meet our comedian combatants for game number 1, shall we? Contestant number 1.
I am Regina Winemiller from Pittsburgh, Kansas.
Awesome. Contestant number 2.
Hi, I'm Caroline Dunn, and I'm from Jersey City, New Jersey.
Awesome. And now contestant number 3.
Hi, I'm Angela, and I am a comedian from Saratoga Springs, New York.
Awesome. These 3 comedian combatants will be doing combat on the game show Bombing Run. And now, everyone, your comedian combatants, to your battle stations, We're going to get this game started with our first comedian combatant. Please give it up for Regina Winemiller, everybody. Yeah.
Hello. Thank you. Yes. Things are looking up for me in the new year. I have quit drinking entirely.
Woo!
Woo!
At home. Yeah, now I only drink socially. I'm making a lot of new friends. Yeah, but seriously, I am only having fruit for breakfast in my mimosa. But I have been a little bit overweight, and the other day my friend's mom put her hand on my belly.
Oh.
She said, "So, when are you expecting?" I said, 2016. Yeah, I'm in my 23rd trimester. And if you're looking for a baby gift, she really likes tacos. But I've struggled with insomnia a lot. Anybody else?
Yeah.
And it sucks so bad. So I've been researching, and I found out the best way to fight it is called opposite intentions. So you just pretend like you don't even want to go to sleep. So now I'm playing hard to get with the Sandman. Like, we can just lay here. We don't have to do anything. But yeah, I'm a mom of 2 girls, and my little one, she asked my dad, "Grandpa, are you young or old?" He said, "I think I'm old." She said, "Yep, that's correct." And I said, "Oh, well, honey, I feel a little old myself sometimes too." And my other daughter chimed in. She said, "Mom, you're not old. You're middle-aged."
Oh.
I said, "Oh, honey, you're grounded. Go to your room." So I did a show for Mother's Day, and the promoter said, "She is so funny, you're gonna pee your pants."
Oh
Whoa,
no.
whoa.
Mm.
I said, "Oh no, don't oversell it."
Mhm.
And then I remembered how easy it is to make moms pee. Like for me, just a margarita and a giggle or a sneeze. Yeah. But aside from that, sometimes I'm a little bit socially awkward. Um, I went to the grocery store and I was just trying to make small talk with this college girl cashier. Yeah, it was New Year's Eve, and I wanted to say something like any big plans, that sort of thing. And I said, "So, what are you doing later?"
Oh no.
Yeah. So we have a date. No, I'm kidding. Oh, my husband wouldn't appreciate that. So yeah, and then another time at work, I ran into this colleague I needed to talk to, and I said, "If you have a minute, I'd love to chew on your ear."
Oh.
It's called bend the fat. But I'm so glad I didn't say, "Can I chew on your fat?" Like, oh my gosh. Anyway, so I just went into business for myself.
Woo!
Yes, thank you. And I got these notepads, things to do, my picture. Okay. Well, I approached a young male professional and I said, "Would you like a to-do list with
Oh.
me on it?" Please don't sue me. Thank you so much. Back
All
to you.
right, let's give it up for Regina Winemiller, everybody. And Regina, where can we find you on social media?
Regina W Comedy on Facebook and Instagram, and Regina Winemiller on Facebook as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Regina. That was amazing. Oh my gosh. And let's give her a big round of applause, everybody. And it's amazing how many people I shoved in the Oddly Funny Studios to just applaud, just for the applause. Yes. All right. Now I gotta go to the judge here. And judge, come with me if you want to live. No, that's not comedy. Comedy, my friend. Comedy. Skynet is not here, although AI is. Are you ready for the next comedian? Oh, you are? Okay, finally. Thank goodness I got through that. All right. Thank you, Judge. Let's get our second comedian combatant for game number 1 up. Let's give it up for Caroline Dunn, everybody. Yeah.
Hello. So I'm turning into my dad. I was promised I was going to turn into my mom, and that was a pretty good package. She's a great cook. She's not so good with technology. All right. Every time my phone rings, she runs around the house yelling, "The little machine is making the noise and the shaking." She's never experienced vibrate before. But no, I am turning into my dad. He is not a good cook. His idea of cooking is frying ground beef.
Ooh.
Oh.
No seasoning, no salt, no pepper, just meat in a bowl. We would cry whenever my mom would leave, not because we were going to miss her, like that, whatever, but because we knew we were about to starve. And you couldn't argue with him about his food because he had this great biblical comeback. He would say, like, you'd say, like, "Dad, this isn't tasting right," and he'd say, "Mark 7:15." For those of you heathens out there who aren't familiar with the Bible, Mark 7:15 says, "Nothing that enters a man may condemn a man." So that was my dad's excuse for all of his terrible culinary exploits. Stale microwaved bread with butter.
Oh,
Mark, 7:15. Shake and bake fish
whoa.
grilled in a plastic bag.
Oh.
Mark, 7:15. I would try and throw some Bible back sometimes, but like Mark goes on to say that anything that exits a man will condemn him, and this moldy chili is really going to come out the wrong way.
Oh no.
No leftovers. He had a lot of sayings. That was a pretty big one, was no leftovers. Another one was trash is a hands-on activity, which might sound weird, but he's not wrong. Or at least my Stockholm syndrome won't allow me to question it. The whole idea is you don't just lay trash on top of a trash can. You've got to push it down. It makes more room in the bin. It secures it from blowing away. It's really smart. Mm-hmm. The issue is now when I see someone lightly placing garbage on top of a trash can, I have a meltdown. Start going, gotta get in there. You gotta shove it down, elbows. And it's not appropriate in the workplace. So I was told by HR. Another one of my dad's saying is paint is a cleaning instrument, which again makes sense. You got a dirty wall, you put some paint on it, it's clean. Dirty floor, paint it, it's clean. Dirty nails, paint them. They're clean. Totally clean. It's all fine. I do have to give my dad some credit. He did me a solid before I was born. Not the whole conception thing. Not worried about that. No. You see, my mom was really into this tradition where she would use maiden names as middle names. And so when it came time to pick out my middle name, she wanted to honor her German ancestors by giving me the lovely middle name of Schetzel. Schetzel. Can you imagine being on a date with a girl and you go, oh yeah, my middle name's John after my grandfather, and she goes, yeah, mine's Schetzel after a bunch of dead alcoholics. And it didn't help that I went through a really long awkward phase from the age of 6 until current. Now the area of awkwardness has changed over time. I've learned to tame some of it, but it's all still there. When I was a kid, I was fat. I was a fat kid. I was a fat little Michelin man sized kid. I don't know what happened. I don't know, but I do know that my firstborn is promised to Hades. But at some point, this happened to me. But it wasn't before I had to get bifocals at the age of 10. Try being a 10-year-old wearing bifocals. Librarians, it's horrible. It wasn't fair. Also this hair, this takes people. I didn't have people as a kid. I woke up every day looking like a Pomeranian with a perm. My skin, lots of ointments, lots of creams. We spend lots of money on this. So it takes a lot to look like this. And you can handle this if your middle name is Susan, but not if it's Schetzel. So thank you, Dad.
All right, let's give it up for Caroline Dunn, everybody. Yeah. And Caroline, where can we find you on social media?
Yes, so I am on YouTube at Caroline Dunn. It's very fancy. And I'm also on Instagram at Lina Dunn, spelled like you would say I got it done, 49.
All right, thank you so much. That was awesome. And let's give her a big round of applause. That was great. And now we got to go back to the mysterious comedian judge why do we need all these weapons in this room? I don't know. No, comedy. Do they have that in the future? You're just dying to laugh. Okay, well, that's great. Well, I was laughing. Weren't you laughing? Oh, you were? Oh, is that what that noise was? Robots are tough to talk to, I swear. No, this is not AI. I guarantee you this is not AI. I do not like AI, artificial intelligence. They're not smart enough to write jokes. I don't believe in them being a comedian judge either. So you ready for the next comedian combatant? Up next to stage is our next comedian combatant for game number 1. Please welcome to the stage, Angela. Hey, everybody. Yeah.
Woo! Right. Well, I am very excited to be here. Comedy shows are something that I look very much forward to, especially the Zoom ones. And people who knew me back in the pandemic, like doing Zoom comedy, remembered me for crocheting while I was waiting for my set. And I thought I was always so smug, keeping it below the camera, but people saw me like bent over and they would see what I was working on. So they're like, is she secretly like a grandma who just looks really young? Because nobody does that anymore. But yeah, I just crocheted this entire blanket. Well, the green screen's ruining it. So it's probably a good thing because it's going to be a gift. But anyways, one of my main talents was crocheting baby blankets for everybody who was expecting. And I had to suffer through all my friends' weddings and all their bridal showers, and bridal showers are painful. And then these people choose to reproduce and have baby showers. And whenever it's rude enough people sending you their bridal shower list and saying, get me this $800 espresso machine. And guess what they want? A $600 boppy on their baby shower list. If you don't know what a boppy is, it's somebody just decided to take a neck pillow and enlarge it and make a huge profit off it because they can stick a kid in it.
Oh,
and a big pillow for a baby to sit on? They're just going to poop all over it in 1 second. I was at a baby shower where somebody didn't get the registry memo and they opened 27 boppies. I am not kidding. 27 boppies. And there was something really out of place at this baby shower. And it was the baby daddy. Well, I contributed a little bit. You're not supposed to be here. And he was really annoying because he kept asking questions about what each thing was. And it's like, can somebody just get rid of this guy? And the worst was when the mom was all excited opening the gifts, and she opened my gift, which was that amazing baby blanket you saw me making. And after she opened mine, she's like, oh, Angela, you handmade this. This was so nice. And baby daddy over the corner says, ugh, why did we get so many blankets? We don't need another one. So I grabbed him by his neck and I dunked his head in the punch bowl. And I said, say that my blanket was the best one out of that because it was handmade. He's like, fine, it was the best one. It was my brother, by the way. So I had free range to do that. Gentlemen, you don't belong at baby showers. Anyways, my hands are very tired from crocheting these baby blankets. I'm doomed. I've been sentenced to 3 baby showers this year.
Oh.
Instead of money, I have included in the envelope that has the little baby cards that have the envelope for money in it. I put little like foil wrap barriers in it because they don't need the extra money. That will save them money from having more kids in the future. Then again, most of my friends are conservative, so I have to include the instructions with those as well.
Oh.
And I stopped getting invited to baby showers after that, and I'm very thankful for it. Angela's teaching us how to sin. We can't possibly have her in our presence. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed going to your mandatory work holiday parties this year. You know, the ones where you get your Starbucks gift card that was your holiday bonus. Just so you know, remember to claim it on your taxes. My boss got really festive this year and dressed up as Santa Claus when she handed out the holiday bonuses at the work party. And some people got Starbucks, some people got Sephora, Home Depot. Okay, they're the really liked ones. Some guy in the back got a Dollar Tree gift card. You can always use it. Someone got Dunkin' Donuts. I was the assistant. I thought that she was going to get me a really nice gift, but she said, ho, 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 here's your present. And she handed me a pink slip.
Whoa!
2024 came in with a bang and I'm unemployed. And that's why I'm doing stand-up full-time now, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. I've been Angela. This has been great.
All right, let's give Angela a big round of applause. And Angela, where can we find you on social media?
That would be at Crafting Comedy Cart on both TikTok and Instagram and YouTube as well.
Sweet, go check her out on those social media links. And she'll be the one crocheting as she does a punchline. Have you thought about knitting jokes into your blankets?
I have before, because you can knit letters and like it would be like hidden like symbols and stuff. So yeah, I've done that in the past.
Yeah, that'd be like a joke blanket. Blanket joke. All right, and let's give Angela a big round of applause. That was amazing. And now, mysterious comedian judge, who is Joke Race for game number 1? Is it Regina Winemiller, Caroline Dunn, or Angela A? Groucho Marx was not in the lineup. Did you see the lineup tonight? It's all ladies. I swear. Groucho's not a lady. Okay. All right. So, okay. Joke Race for game number 1 is Regina Winemiller, everybody. Yeah. All right. She was just as surprised as everybody else was too. Regina, stay here. You're going to be on the Dogfight edition right after game number 2. Thank you so much. You're going to be your Joke Race number 1. And that is our game for game number 1. So please stay tuned, and we'll be back right after this. Okay, it's time for game number 2 of Bombing Run. And let's meet our combatants for game number 2, shall we? Let's meet contestant number 1.
Shari Linick, and I'm from Boston, Mass.
Meet contestant number 2.
Hi, Alana Johnson, and I am in Cliffside Park, New Jersey.
All right, and now contestant number 3.
Hi, I'm Laura Hugg, and I'm from Chicago.
Awesome. These comedic combatants will be doing combat on the game show known as Bombing Run. Comedian combatants to your battle stations. Comedian combatants to your battle stations. We're going to go to our first comedian combatant of game number 2 right now. Let's give it up for Shari Linick, everybody. Yeah.
Thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause for coming out tonight. And if you just happen to be gay, give yourself a round of applause for coming out. I myself am pansexual. Yeah, like I've discovered that I'm a Teflon girl. So if you see to like home goods and I see like that frying pan or that kettle, it's like, anyway, I'm glad to be here. This is my first time doing comedy sober. Just kidding, I'm just stoned. It's been, and doing comedy on Zoom is similar to doing it live. I don't hear any applause either way. Me. I've been stuck in the house, honestly. It's good to be doing comedy because I have COVID.
Oh.
And yeah, so I had it. I am negative now, and or at least I'm either negative or I did the wrong test, and I'm due in 9 months. So I had to like look good, which meant going out and getting my teeth done because I had more caps than Newark, New Jersey, more bridges than New York City, and more crowns than the royal family. And I had to get my hair done because I had more roots going on than Ancestry.com, which ironic is where I met my last boyfriend. It was great. We had a lot in common, good backgrounds, similar interests. And at the holidays, I didn't have to invite him. I didn't have to introduce him to anyone. I'm like, hi, Auntie, you remember John, right? We've since broken up, but we see each other at it's cool. So because of quarantine, I had to move back in with my parents, which which is horrible because they passed away 20 years ago. There's lots of room in the mausoleum. The rent is cheap. You can't beat the price. Then I had to make a living, so I said, let me try being a phone sex operator. And the board kept getting stuck. So I was like, all right, let me do a webcam. But then when guys tuned in and saw that I was not a 19-year-old college student named Bambi, the screen went dark. However, this one guy gets through and he says, hey, Shari? I said, yeah. He said, I'd like to see if I can get your arms to go over your head and bend your knees to go behind your ears at the same time because you're looking a little tight from behind. I said, ooh, baby, you can see me? Then there's this awkward pause and he says, Shari, this is Lenny, your physical therapist. I tried calling, but I guess your phone must be dead. Let's just say Monday's appointment was a little awkward, but we're dating now, so it's all good. Another thing about being in quarantine and getting out and about, I'm more cautious of just touching things or not wearing my mask. I went out and just got tons of gloves, you name it, and people thought I was going to clean their house. Anyway, I found a microphone. I even bring my own microphones to shows. I got it off of Temu.com. And they had other ones on Wish. I didn't know they sold my. Hello, is this thing working? Is this thing working? I got booked after that at Club Flamingo in Hackensack, New Jersey. But I try to just go to as many mics as I can, getting out and about. Because I recently had a baby. So it's weird. I had it in the restroom at McDonald's, so I'm not allowed in McDonald's anymore. I will reenact the birth view real quick. Okay, ready? But I'm also breastfeeding, and here's reenactment. I flushed. Anyway, you guys are great. Thanks for coming and watching.
All right, let's give it up for Shari Linick, everybody. Yeah, and Shari, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on LinkedIn. No, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok. My name is Shari Antics, ShariAntics, and you can find me on Facebook, Shari Linick.
Awesome. Go check her out on those social media links. LinkedIn. It's and she does great impersonations of babies and them drinking. Obviously, that was interesting. Judgment Day. You do look like Arnold. Yes. That's not what I was going to ask. I was asking if you're ready for the next comedic combatant.
Yeah.
Oh, you are? Okay, you are. So let's welcome our comedic combatant for game number 2. The second one, let's give it up for Alana Johnson, everybody. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Captain. It's good to be here, though I do find that Zoom can be very disrespectful. Telling me that my connection is unstable. Zoom, all of my connections are unstable. That's why we're here on the Brady Bunch. 24 edition. I know what some of you guys are probably thinking. I see you, J Lower. I see you, Cardi B minus. Well, now that we've covered my pronouns, I just moved back to NJ from LA, Louisiana, Yup, I lived in Baton Rouge on purpose
Oh.
for 2 years. I got my master's from LSU.
Woo!
You're gonna regret that. You're gonna regret that because I became a master of acting.
Whoa, whoa.
You know, one thing that you can't act? Employed. Can't act that one out. That's not one. That's not one of the techniques. But an acting teacher really did change my life, and that is why I became an actor. He told me that I had a very rich inner emotional life.
Mm.
And that is the most poetic way I've ever been called unstable. I do call myself an actor. People are like, don't you mean actress? I'm like, do you call your doctor with a JJ a doctress? You will never be the same. You will never be the same. But while I was down there, there's a lot of wildlife. I witnessed a lot of wildlife in Louisiana. All their roaches have wings. They all drink Red Bull. There are geckos running around everywhere trying to convince me to change my car insurance. The wildest thing of all, though, is that LSU has a live tiger on campus.
What?
Yes. Which respectfully is the whitest thing I have ever seen. Like textbook caucasity. And they named him Mike.
Oh.
It gentrified the tiger. I don't think Mike is the name his mama gave him. It was probably something more exotic, like Scar. Between Mike and Tony, we need some better representation for these tigers. That's all I'm saying, okay?
Mm-hmm.
New movement. It's a new wave.
Mm.
I recently got into a new relationship.
Woo!
Thank you for not being bitter. But I always thought that I would either wind up with somebody younger than me or from another country.
Mm-hmm.
And my boyfriend is 6 years younger than me and from Louisiana.
Oh.
So I got both.
Yeah.
He's 6 years younger. You know, I never got to build a bear. A dependent will do. He will do. He will absolutely do. So I'm Puerto Rican. I can't speak Spanish. No Nintendo. I also can't cook or clean. I blame the manufacturers. I really do blame the manufacturers. I feel like J-Lo set the bar really high in that movie Made in Manhattan. You know? Because if they made a sequel starring me, it'd be called Pero What Happened? She's broken. Gotta send her back to the factory, y'all. And my last name is Johnson, which is a euphemism. But we're not going to go there. We're not going to go there right now. I'm a woman. I'll explain. So my dad was Black and Italian. And I recently found out that his birth certificate said that he was colored and his death certificate said that he was white.
Whoa.
Yeah, he died. Our relationship's never been better. Y'all, my dad was born Black and died white. My dad was Michael Jackson.
Oh.
All right, I'm Alana. That's my time. Thank you.
All right, let's give it up for Alana Johnson, everybody. Yeah. And Alana, where can we find you on social media?
I'm at alanaj.tv. That's my website. That's my Instagram. That's my TikTok.
Awesome. Go check her out on those social media links. And she is an actor looking for employment.
Please.
So, never know. This is on a TV app called DBTV. It shows up midnights on the West Coast on Friday nights. So you never know. You never know. Maybe Jimmy Fallon or one of those guys will see you here.
Maybe.
All right. Yeah, maybe. Judgment Day. No. That's Joan Rivers. No. Joan Rivers is not on the show. I was going to ask you are you ready for the next comedian combatant for game number 2? Oh, you are? Okay. Well, wait a minute. What happened to you, Judge? Hold on a second. Okay. Wanted to make sure I had the go with the judge. All right. So we're going to go to our third comedian combatant for game number 2. Let's give it up for Laura Hugg, everybody. Yeah.
Woohoo.
Thank you so much. It's nice to be here. I did Zoom comedy with Aaron, the General, and with Angela, and I think Alana J too. I think we did some mics together on Zoom. And, there's people ask me, are you still doing that about 2 things, Zoom comedy and menstruating? Yes. And I never know when it's going to happen though, at this point. So, I actually started off comedy and improv. I don't improvise very much anymore. Somebody asked me, do you still improvise? And I said, yes, in an emergency. And then I realized I have never actually been in an improv emergency where, let's say I was at a restaurant and somebody collapsed on the ground and started convulsing. No one's ever said, quick, is there anybody here who can advance the scene? But I could if I had to, because I'm a first yes-ander. Okay. It was just the holidays of various kinds. I don't really have a religion or an ethnicity. I'm Middle Western. Nobody's fighting over where I came from. They want Cincinnati to stay right where it is. But I do send out, usually I would send out Christmas cards, and I started sending holiday cards, and I don't do it for any secular reasons or religious reasons or political or anything like that. This year I sent out holiday cards on Christmas Day. So at the rate that I managed to get them in the mail, you might be getting a card for me on Arbor Day or Secretaries of Day or Boxing Day observed. So therefore, if I just say happy holidays, I just want you to know that I hope you're having the best tax day and that I'm thinking of you. All right. So that's why I do that. Santa Claus is not my favorite holiday icon. I think it's because Santa looks like every man my mother dated in the 70s. There were a lot of them, like, long beard, the velvet tunic, jack boots, goodie bag, and drove a vehicle with no doors and didn't know how to use the front door. And would surprise me in the middle of the night when I woke up and he'd be standing in the kitchen eating all the cookies. So let's just say Uncle Santa's not my favorite. I'm Gen X, and I like to say that because I think it makes me sound cool, when really it sounds like something my doctor would prescribe me for bone density issues. Getting a dowager's hump? Try Gen X, and then I hit something with a pickleball racket. And of course, the side effects include wanting to get a mohawk in your face and diarrhea. But so I went home for Christmas. My parents were kind of young. And so when they had me, and they're not handy or good with money, and they were like, we want to leave you the house. And I'm like, well, at this point, you and I are the same age. So Unless you're talking in the next 2 weeks, the way you two are ticking along, by the time you leave me the house, I won't want to take the stairs either. So, but I will say that I got together with my friends, also a bunch of Gen Xers. And even though when we were young, we swore we would never talk about our ailments or illnesses, our moles in public, we're just like every other aging population. We got together, but these are Gen X ailments we were talking about. Do you have a good YouTube video recommendation for a skateboarding injury? Or can you get your tattoo touched up with blood thinners? So, cool stuff like that. All right, I'm Laura Hugg. Thanks very much.
All right, let's give it up for Laura Hugg, everybody. Yeah. And Laura, where can we find you on social media?
I'm on Instagram at Laura Hugg, and I have YouTube. I'm YouTube or Laura Hugg Comedy, and I'm on TikTok. And I think I don't know what my TikTok handle is. I know how to get there. People have found me, so you can do it too.
All right. Go find her on those. And if you know how to work the TikTok, you can go find Laura Hugg on there too. And I am a Gen Xer, and I figured that's the only way I could ever be a superhero, because I'm an X-Men. That's how that works. Okay. All right. Mysterious Comedian Judge. Who is Joker Ace number 2 of game number 2? Who is Joker Ace of game number 2? Is it Shari Linick, Alana Johnson, or Laura Hugg? No. Shirley Temple was not. What show were you watching? No, you were paying attention. Oh, you were just being funny. You're very funny for a robot. You're very funny for a robot. Oh, okay, that's the person, right. So, Joker Ace for game number 2 is Alana Johnson, everybody! Stay right there. You're going to be in Dogfight Edition along with Regina Winemiller. That was great. Congratulations. And we'll be right back after this. All right, it's time for Dogfight Edition. Yeah! And our two Joker Aces are going to do battle doing 3-minute sets, while the Mysterious Comedian Judge decides who's Ace of Aces tonight. And our two Joker Aces, Regina Winemiller and Alana Johnson, are going to do battle right now. So you two comedians, to your battle stations. We're going to go to our first Joker Ace of the night. Let's give it up for Regina Winemiller, everybody. Yeah! Woo!
I used to teach high school. And one time I gave my students an assignment to say one thing about themselves that we don't know. I said that I like to wear thongs. That's when I learned that now they're called flip-flops. Yeah. I've also taught English as a second language. And I took my students to the deli. They said, "Miss, what are deviled eggs?" I said, "Los huevos del diablo." That was wrong. That means the devil's balls. They did not want any. Yeah. And I remember when I first started teaching, I told my husband how hard it is that you just can't go to the bathroom when you need to. He said, I never thought about a teacher needing to go to the bathroom. Yeah, we're human. We eat, we drink, we pee, we have sex with our adult partners. Most of us. But yeah, we have sex. How do you think we get more teachers? And that's why they give us the summers off. Yeah, my mom was a teacher, and both of my sisters were born in the summer. I was born on the first day of school.
Oh.
That's how I know my parents had too much eggnog on Christmas. I got to go to New York, and my grandma said, "I don't care for New York." When I went, there was a line of prostitutes waiting outside of the airport.
Whoa.
And I said, Grandma, I don't think you're going to see that anymore. I'm sure there's an app for that. And most people will travel, they make an itinerary, list of places you want to go, but I make a bingo card. So I made a New York bingo. I saw a rat crossing the street. I got actually that was New Jersey. I got a New York slice. And then my New York friend texted me. She said, OMG, I'm so glad you're not with me. I just saw a guy jacking off in the subway.
Whoa.
I said, damn it, that would have been my bingo. Thank you, guys.
All right, let's give it up for Regina Winemiller, everybody. Oh my gosh. And Regina, just remind us where you can find you on social media.
Regina W Comedy, all one word. Facebook, Instagram, other things, maybe TikTok. I'll get there.
All right, thank you so much. That was awesome. Let's give her one big round of applause one more time. Yeah. Again, it's amazing how many people I get in here for the studio audience in an 11x11 production studio. Yes. It's amazing. They all are masked up because I don't want to get the COVID. My wife worked right across from me 5 feet away all last week, and I was masked up because she got it. She loved it though, because I didn't touch her for a whole week. She was enjoying her life. Don't know why. Mysterious Comedian Judge, are you ready for the second Joker ace of the game? Yeah, of the game. Yeah, okay. All right. So let's go to our second Joker ace of the game. Please give it up for Alana Johnson, everybody. Yeah.
Woo! Guys, I'm really big on accountability, which is why I blame my life on my parents. Guys, when I was in college, which I went to on a full academic scholarship, because I really need you to know that I'm smart and have options, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And my mom was like, baby, do whatever makes you happy. So I did cocaine. It was a little ethnically ambiguous snow bunny.
Oh.
just a little Pocahontas. But I was a snow bunny, but I wasn't even hopping because I would do coke and calculus. Like, woo! The limit does not exist. Well, perhaps it should. Perhaps it should. Yeah. So I actually, I've been sober for 6 years. Woo! Thank you. My biggest accomplishment in life is not doing something. So I need that. People love to ask me, Alana, why did you stop drinking? And those are the people that make me want to relapse. Guys, have you ever blacked out and woken up in a relationship with 2 Jose's?
No.
Cuervo and the bus boy. I gotta be honest. Tito's used to hug me the way I wish my dad did.
Aw.
I found out. Is that a line? Did we find a line? Because I'm gonna snort it. I did find out eventually, though, that I'm allergic to alcohol. I would drink and break out in handcuffs. What else? I got my Catholic blue check, y'all. I'm verified.
Woo!
Yeah, I was confirmed and holy waterboarded by a priest. That's what they do. I do identify as Jew-jacent, though, because I went to Jewish sleepaway camp. Shout out to privilege. Usually, I just call it Jew camp, and people get upset, and I got to tell them to stop concentrating on the camp. But I don't have a synonym. So if you got one, let me know. But Catholics, did y'all know that we were one abortion away from being Jews? Think about it. If Mary was pro-choice, we too would have been chosen. All right? All right, guys, I'm gonna go take a shot from my Diva Cup because that's the only shots I drink. I'm Alana. Thank you.
All right, let's give it up for Alana Johnson, everybody. And Alana, remind us one more time where we can find you on social media.
I'm at Alana, ALANAJ.TV on the Instagram, the talk, and that's my website as well. So.
Sweet, go check that out. And let's give her a big round of applause. Yeah, that was awesome. Oh my gosh. And let's actually give it up for Regina Winemiller one more time too, because that was awesome too. Yeah, that was awesome. Both comedians, both joke racers were amazing tonight. And now, it is the toughest job of this game show. Judgment Day, you have to decide who's ace of aces between Regina Winemiller and Alana Johnson. So, ace of aces for bombing run tonight is Alana Johnson, everybody! Yeah! You won. And thank you for everybody for being here. Let's give it up for all our comedians tonight. Regina Winemiller, Carolyn Dunn, Angela A., Shari Linick, Alana Johnson one more time, and Laura Hugg. Let's all give you guys a big round of applause. You guys were amazing. And let's give it up for, again, our mysterious comedian judge tonight, Judgment Day. It's been amazing to see this big giant robot threatening me to come with me if I want to live. I will do that after the show. So with that being said, I want to say good night to everybody, and for all the comedians and the judge and me, this has been Oddly Funny Production. Thank you.
This has been an Oddly Funny production.